That saying violence is not the answer is such a deception, typical unnatural behavior, because in nature if you want something solved, you go and do it. You remove the problem. It's our instinct, but nowadays we actually go against that. We have these ideas in our head and associate violence with this good and bad deception. We mix it up. It always comes down to that, the negative and positive. On a round earth there's a north pole and a south pole, and they want to tell us that there's this polarity in nature, but on a flat earth there's no such thing, and everything simply is, and that's how nature actually is. It's just there's no judgment. They want you to walk around with signs and speak your mind when you protest, because then you don't bother them. If I was in a group who would control the whole earth population, even if it's 100 against millions, that's exactly what I would want you to do, because then you wouldn't bother us. You wouldn't get in our way. Even if you make more people aware about these problems or whatever you're protesting about, it would just mean that more sheep are aware who won't do anything, who won't stop us. It's the perfect control system, and if you do try to stop us, you get arrested by our soldiers, aka police. If somebody would attack me in nature, I kill them. Problem solved. If I would kill the Illuminati, problem solved. If I would burn down the Freemason lodges, problem solved at the root. I kill the root problem. That's how we do it in nature. They want you to believe that they are psychopaths. This is another thing I hear a lot of deceived conspiracy theorists talk about, or that they're Satanists, all of that stuff. You don't understand anything about them. When you call them these names, they are glad, because it means that they tricked you. They have built a genius system where they don't have to move a finger to hurt us. It's us against each other. The system has been pre-programmed so that when we are born and enter it, we get educated. This is the reason doctors learn to hurt and kill people. Judges and police grow up with the same dogma, the religious rules. If I was a judge and told somebody to go spend a few years in a cell, they wouldn't do it. And all that it would be my belief that they did something wrong. But we don't see it that way nowadays. We don't see through the illusion, because they wear uniforms and dress up, and we get told as kids to respect them and their will. We take it serious. And of course they have the police to enforce their will. And that's all that's happening. Without the police, nothing would work. It's the shadow army. And the police themselves, when they torture, imprison, and kill people, beat up, they like it. And of course they believe that they are doing good, because they are doing it to bad people. They don't understand, just like everybody, that it's just a man-made law that they are following. They are under a spell. And most of the people that we call brainwashed are also put under a spell. It's just that we don't call it magic nowadays, and that technology from other realms is made by magicians.
It was open to an extent, but all the details were kept hidden from the public. But he did say that, he says thousands will die fighting the New World Order. But he says it's inevitable, because he tells you how they get rid of all the useless eaters, not by just killing them off like Lenin and Stalin did, and the Nazis, but by sterilizing them and allowing them to live out their lives. Do you really think the attack on wiping out most of the meat industry of Europe over what appeared to be one cow and one scientist's opinion on things, do you really think that was just because there was a prion suddenly loose all over the place? I remember seeing the photographs from Britain and from the newspapers. Pyramids, I'm not kidding you, pyramids of cattle and pigs and everything were burning. Pyramids, thousands of them. As they flew in, and military operations, they flew in troops right into the farmyards and gunned down all the animals and took off and left it all to the farmer to deal with, one after another. And then you get Alvin Toffler with his Third Way, the book that Newt Gingrich was giving to every congressman. And in the book it said, from Toffler, who has always been a total communist, it said that the system we're bringing in will be a vegetarian society. And sure enough, a lot of people went vegetarian because they're terrified to eat meat after that. Then you have the H1N1. Oh, they're killing the chickens off across Canada. All the hens. Hens have always had H1N1. Always. This is another part of your protein diet mixed, gone. In Holland, a lot of people went there to breed goats instead. Thousands, 300,000 goats ordered to be destroyed recently because of a different kind of disease they claim is broken out there. They're telling you not to eat fish. Oh, it's full of mercury, they say. Just eat our modified vegetables. Everything is going to a plan.
We live in a place now where if you don't follow this man-made law, which has nothing to do with nature's law, you get put into a cage. It's been set up by the Illuminati and everybody simply follows them. It's absolute slavery. Everybody who's looking for an authoritarian job, even if it's teachers, are looking for this illusion of power. They want to be just like them. It's human nature. They want somebody to listen to them for the first time in their life, to feel important in some way, because as kids, nobody listened to us, goo goo gaga. Most of them are traumatized. They don't want to help you, especially the police, no. If we would remove their clothes, we would see that they are only playing dress up. If they would stand there naked, cold, natural, we would stop acting as if we respect them, and that's all that anybody does. We fear the consequences of when we stop acting as if we respect them. That's the truth of this illusion of authority. Nobody actually respects them. The people who do believe that are the same ones who beat up their children and believe that that's going to make them respect you. You're going to achieve the opposite when you do that. You're not allowed to be as loud as you want, express yourself. You're supposed to depress your expressions. Dress however you want, even if it's shirtless sometimes or naked, forget about it. No natural behavior. Hunt for your own food, talk about topics such as the Holocaust here in Germany. No. Again, you will land in a cage if you do that.
This green revolution that we're going through now is the final part, because out of the green revolution and all this farcical nonsense that it talks about and all its farcical excuses that it uses will change society completely, right down to what you eat. There will be no meat eventually. That's to be phased out completely, because those who designed the system a long, long time ago said that they would cut out meat altogether. It's much easier handling a population, making them, by studying different cultures and what will you work for a long time. Well, the Brahmins of India have lorded over the peasants for thousands of years by pushing vegetarianism. And you make sure then you restrict what they've given access to in that diet. And you end up with people who can work. They can't think too clearly or well. They certainly don't think about rebelling. And neither would have the energy to do it successfully. So vegetarianism is part of the deal. And they know this at the top as well. That's why they don't eat the stuff that they make us eat.
The reason they are pushing plant-based diets is to make us docile and at the same time frustrated, because that's how an unsatisfied body reacts to an unnatural diet. If we would eat more raw meat, then we would react to it just like dogs. We would be satisfied and generally calmer. They want us to go to prison, eat poison and get mentally ill, just like in hospitals, read the Bible and conform. If we don't do that, then we are supposed to stay in prison, in and out all of our lives. And no, religions are not being attacked. Some religious conspiracy theorists believe that because they don't see through it. The reason they are making fun of them, and that's all that they are doing in the mainstream media, making comedies about Jesus, is to make you more defensive about it, so you believe that's being attacked, even though nobody's actually trying to disprove religions, which I do in my videos. Nobody talks about religions in that way. So when you get defensive, you get even deeper into this belief that you are right, that you are the chosen ones. These religious values is what keeps the Illuminati alive, so of course they are not going to remove them.